Good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining me today. Today's video is going to be a quick update video. We got some exciting announcements and some exciting projects coming up. So let me tell you what's been going on and why my videos have been a little sporadic and not very cohesive timeline-wise. So a year ago, we moved to a new place. We were supposed to have a shop by this time last year, and it didn't happen. So I've been kind of trying to work here and there on things when I can, with or without a shop. Still got the old shop, but it's an hour and a half away from the new place, so I don't get there very often anymore. And trying to work around here lately for the past year has been interesting and just time consuming with everything going on. We had the big ice storm this year. We just went through a drought this past summer. So a lot of work trying to keep things from dying and from a lot of cleanup from everything. So not been conducive to making a lot of videos. But anyway, here's what we've been up to. A year ago, I guess, yeah, almost a year ago last week, we purchased a new property. I got 40 acres out in the country, plenty of room to build a new shop, and my wife fell in love with the view, so can't argue with that. So this, where I'm standing now, is just about the highest point on the property. There's a spot over here that's about maybe 40 feet higher, but the plan here is to build a new shop, like I said, and get going on projects again. And by the way, if you guys want a tour of the property, let me know. I'll do a video on that. I'll put some drone footage in here of the property. You'll see that come up on the screen in a second. But yeah, so we moved here to get into the city, and so I had room to build a new shop. So why don't I take you down to where the new shop's going to be, and we'll talk about that. Okay, so here's the second half of my exciting news. Here's my shop. I know it doesn't look like much. It's supposed to be over there. So let's take a walk over there and I'll show you what's happening over there. So the shop's not too far from the house. It's just a few steps, which is nice. I don't have to walk far to get to it. Also don't need a bathroom in the shop. But I'm going to put one in anyway, because I'm going to put a shower in there so I can shower all the dirt and crap off of me there rather than in the house. That way the wife doesn't yell at me as much. So anyway, there's the house. And here's where the shop's going to go. So, I know it looks like I've already started, which we have, but this was done a year ago, or I guess November. It is August, end of August now. This was done in November, and then we got held up with permits. Long story about that. I'll go into a more long-winded story about that in a different video. There's the view from my shop. I'm going to have a balcony on my shop with the mezzanine, so I'm going to get a better view up above all those bushes, but I can't argue with that. And again, there's the shop sitting over there where it's been sitting for almost a year. So next week they're supposed to start dealing with this. They got to dig all this old stuff out because this sat too long, is no good, and it wasn't the right soil anyway. They got to push it all over there with all the other stuff that they already had to dig back out once. Again, I'll go into a deeper detail on that in my other video. But that's where the shop's going to be. It's going to be 40 by 45, so it's going to be 45 this way and 40 front to back. Bay right here, a bay in the middle, and then this side is going to be fabrication and welding corner. And this is the side my mezzanine will be on with a balcony, and it'll look out over to over the water. I'm debating if I'm going to actually build a balcony or just put sheet containers at the side there that I can store stuff in, and then I can actually make my balcony on top of the sheet containers. This little area over here where you see these rocks, I'm going to put a smoker up there so I can have smoke some brisket and whatever I want to make right here. And then all this area is going to be parking lot. And it makes a great spot for entertaining as well, because I'll have the shop to, it starts to rain, and then I have all this over here. So this is going to be a parking lot. Not supposed to be originally, but again, I'll go into the story on that in my other video. And then over here is a drop off. It drops off quite a bit over on this side. And that explains all of this again in a different video. This had to be all built up. Video doesn't do it justice, but that's probably a good, I don't know, 30-foot drop down into there or something like that. I don't know, I haven't measured it, but it's a lot. They had to bring in like 50 or 60 truckloads of dirt to build this up. But anyway, that's the shop plan. A little excited about that. It's going to have a hoist, eventually 2 hoists, but start off with 1. And hopefully some tire machines, so I can do tires and stuff like that while I'm here as well. So, and then also I'm going to take you down to show you the projects that have coming up, and it'll be a good place to work on those rather than working outside. Anyway, why don't we head down to the projects now. Before we go down to the project, I'll throw up some drone footage right here, and you can see from the drone footage that you know, kind of how it got to where it is now, as far as, you know, the dirt and everything that was put there. So enjoy that, and let's get down to the project. Alright, well, as you've seen from the drive up, oh, by the way, this is like take 200, I think. I kept forgetting to turn my sound on and whatnot. Anyway, these are the new projects that we're doing here on the channel. We're pretty excited about these. So, this is the one we're fixing up, and this is the parts truck. And I'll explain in a second what happened with these. So, there might be a video on the channel somewhere already, or will be a video on the channel about this truck. Before we got this truck, the plan was this was going to be the truck I was going to drive. But when we went and bought it, the guy posted it as a 4-wheel drive. It is not, it's only a 2-wheel drive. And he also posted that he had the ownership for it, but now he can't seem to find it. So it became a parts truck, because a couple months after I bought that, I found this one. This one is a 4-wheel drive, and I do have the ownership for it. So the plan is to take the parts off of this truck over here that are good and put them onto this truck over here. We've already did a couple quick ones. I've swapped the doors over. Those blue doors used to be on this truck. That truck had the better tinted windows, as you can see, and the visors on it already. And I figure instead of wasting the money buying visors for that one and tinting that one, I'll just take the doors. And that way I've also got white doors and a white truck. Didn't videotape that because I didn't have my camera handy when my cousin showed up to help me with it. So we'll have to just kind of skip that one. Interior in this truck is better than this truck. This one's got it's all been destroyed by mice, and it stinks like mice. This one's a much cleaner, no tears. So it's going to be swapped over to here. I'm going to take the visor off that one. It's going to go on this one. This one came with all brand new tires except for one. So they've been swapped over to this one. I didn't videotape that because that's boring. That's just tire swapping. I got to do the brakes on it, that kind of stuff. I'm going to do a swap in the box. That box over there is way better than this one. So I'm going to swap them over rather than trying to... And that one's got a better tailgate. So that's fine. Just swap the whole box. I don't have to worry about it. I got different lights. I got white ones here. I also got black ones. I haven't decided which route I'm going to go yet. We are also going to do the manual swap on this thing. And I got to do this. Swap the VP44 out of that one into this one because this one's pooched. So is the lift pump. So I'm going to take the one out of that truck. I got a new Carter lift pump for this one here. It's just a temporary setup because I am going to put a fast in it, but I need to get it running so I can use it because this one's coming off the road, and I need something that'll tow the trailers. So it's going to be using a driving project basically. So for now, getting it running well enough I can use it, and then do all these things over time. This here Grasshopper is apparently my new assistant. He's been sitting there since I started this video. But anyway, that's the project we got coming up. We also have some stuff coming up on the trailers. This one needs a winch put on it and a few other touch-ups. I'm going to build different ramps for it, and I'm going to move the ramp storage so it stores underneath. It already does, but I don't like the way it's done. If you look here, these ramps go under there and then clip to these things here. The problem is because this trailer sits so low, it drags. So I want to swap them so that they go in the sides over here or up there. I haven't decided yet. I also want to do the fork storage on the side, probably up there. So if I'm hauling something with forks, I can put the forks in there and strap it down and then put the tractor up without the forks. And I also want to lift up this trailer. Right now it's mounted under the axle. So I'm going to swap them around so the springs sit on top of the axle. Give me some height. This is great for doing like race cars and stuff, for like low profile cars. But we don't do a lot of low profile cars here. A lot of what I move is trucks and like higher cars. So I don't need it that low. And then this one here, mostly maintenance stuff that I'm going to be doing on this thing. Might paint it, not sure yet. But yeah, that's about it for that stuff. And then I also have an ATV in my side-by-side. We'll be doing projects on that. We still got videos coming out with the Yamaha. My cousin's Harley. We got videos coming out for that probably soon. So we've got all kinds of projects on the go. I'm just waiting for my shop to get built so that I can do them. So that's a quick tour of the new projects. And we still have stuff coming out on this. I got all kinds of videos already filmed on this. I got to release. But that's it for that. So that's the announcements and that's the update. Thank you for watching. And if you like this kind of stuff, why don't you consider subscribing and hitting that like button there and helping out the channel a little bit. And I'll see you in the next video.